If it bleeds, you can kill it. Today, I'm going to be reviewing an absolute iconic movie, Predator. Predator is a 1987 science fiction action film. I would even go as far as to say this is a war movie, slasher movie. Of course, this movie stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, who plays Dutch. He is leading a rescue operation. He himself is a former Green Beret, and he has a band of soldiers that work with him to rescue these hostages that have crashed in a helicopter. They are politicians, so I'm not sure why he's going to rescue them, but that's besides the point. I don't know about you, but if it was up to me, I don't know if I would have taken on that mission to rescue politicians. This movie is one of my favorite action movies of all time. This is what started it all. To me, this is one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best acting performances of all time. He had a few other movies that were fantastic. Conan the Barbarian, Total Recall, I can go on, Twins, etc. But this one is his best performance, hands down. As mentioned earlier, Shane Black is in this film, and it was rumored that Shane Black was asked to do a rewrite for Predator because he did such a good job on Lethal Weapon. When asked if he could do it, he said, "I was hired to do acting, not writing." Coincidentally, 7 minutes into the film, his character is killed off. Moral to the story: if a producer or director asks you to do something outside of what you got hired to do it, otherwise you're going to get killed off pretty quick. The film's budget was $15 million. It brought in over $60 million. So this was obviously a successful movie. But what makes this movie successful? I think it's not only the sound, it's not only the editing, it's not only the cinematography, but it's just the way the whole movie is put together from start to finish. You actually believe that these characters are in peril. And there's a couple relationships, for example, Blain, who is played by Jesse the Body Ventura, and also another guy, Mac. They are buddies, and you could tell in this movie that they work well together and they've been on covert operations before. In fact, all these guys have. They work well together. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dutch, uses hand signals to send the guys out into the forest. So when they go out, they soon find out with one of their trackers, which is Billy, a Native American, they find out that there is a group of soldiers following the guerrillas who kidnapped the politicians. Dutch becomes suspicious of Dylan, who is played by Carl Weathers, and asks him what these Green Berets are doing here. Dylan says, "I don't know," but right away, Dutch is suspicious because he never wanted to work with Dylan. Him and his guys always work alone. So this sets up the next sequence of events, because later they come across these same Green Berets who were skinned alive. And that is very disturbing. If you're a little child or if you have children, they probably don't want to watch this movie. If you're a little bit squeamish, probably this movie isn't for you. Otherwise, this is a fantastic movie if you stick with me. So they come across these Green Berets who are skinned alive, and that sets the tone, because now Dutch realizes that there's something bigger going on here, and Dylan is not letting him in on it. Dylan just thinks it's a couple of rogue guerrillas that have killed these Green Berets. Dutch knows otherwise. So once they get to the camp, a hostage is executed right in front of Dutch's eyes. They go to work and they proceed to destroy the entire village. They bombard that place. There's only like 6 guys, and they destroy the whole village. They kill everybody there. and it's an amazing sequence. Hats off to the director. If you don't know who John McTiernan is, he directed Die Hard, Die Hard with a Vengeance, The Last Action Hero, The 13th Warrior, The Hunt for Red October, Medicine Man, The Thomas Crown Affair, and a few others. The reason why I like this movie is it moves at a fast pace from beginning to end, keeping you on the edge of your seat, and it doesn't stop. The Predator is also an amazing villain because the Predator wants to hunt skulls for trophies, hunts human beings for trophies. And this is fantastic. It sets up a great finish at the end of the movie. What makes Predator an awesome movie is you actually get to see through the eyes of the Predator as he's hunting these soldiers. And it's actually pretty intense because this Predator has the ability to blend in with its surroundings using some kind of high-tech camouflage. The soldiers can't see where he is, and eventually they figure out that the Predator is actually hiding out in the trees. That way it could avoid all of the traps that they're trying to set. What is awesome about this is you actually believe that the characters in this movie are in peril. You don't know who's going to make it and who's not going to make it, except of course for Arnold Schwarzenegger. But it works because when Arnold Schwarzenegger actually does confront the alien has, I don't want to say superhuman strength because he's not a human, but he is really strong. And he kicks the crap out of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you can hear in some of the sound effects that it actually sounds like he's a little squirrel running for his life, and the Predator is beating the crap out of him. So I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but it's been about 30 years. So if you haven't seen this movie yet, you gotta go see the movie. I would encourage you to see this movie before you go and see the sequel, The Predator, which is coming out in theaters in a couple of weeks. If you want to see a movie where there's lots of muscles, lots of testosterone, then Predator is for you. And of course, it comes as no surprise that I give Predator a 10 out of 10. So my question to you is, have you seen this movie? What do you think of the movie? Are you going to see The Predator, which is coming out in theaters? And also, as always, give me a like if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And as always, stay iconic. Thanks for watching.